Hi, Pastor Dan Smith here with your daily devotion for Monday, June 8th. Today's reading is from Psalm 29. I'll read it 3 times as usual. We'll listen first just for the words to come into us. Second for a word or phrase that stands out. And lastly for how the text meets us in our life and interprets us. And then I'll share some thoughts about what's going on for me with this text. So Psalm 29. Ascribe to the Lord, O heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory of his name. Worship the Lord in holy splendor. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as king forever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. And we'll read it one more time. We'll listen for a word or phrase that stands out. Ascribe to the Lord, O heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory of his name. Worship the Lord in holy splendor. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as king forever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. For me, the word was flood. I'll read it one more time, and we'll ask how the text meets us in our life and sort of interprets what's going on for us. Ascribe to the Lord, O heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory of his name. Worship the Lord in holy splendor. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as king forever. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. For me, enthroned over the flood is, I just got out of the hospital this last week for a week of video monitoring of my epilepsy. Many of you know about this. I appreciate your calls, and many of you reached out and offered prayers, and it really means a lot to me. It was mostly really boring, just laying around waiting for a seizure. Eventually I had one. It's not a pleasant experience, but sometimes in life when we have health issues or other problems we're going through, it can kind of feel like we're in the midst of a flood, or there's chaos or problems that we're dealing with. And we can feel kind of overwhelmed. And that's reality sometimes for us in life. But this text, for me, ascribing to God glory, power, and majesty, and knowing that there's a God kind of above and beyond the mess that we're sometimes caught in this life, is comforting and helpful, I think. And that's what speaks to me in my life, what's going on for me. To know there's hope beyond this life and beyond the challenges that we're suffering and struggling through on a daily basis. I'm pleased to be back in the saddle and working here at home, and back at it with all of you. So again, I appreciate your prayers, you reaching out, you're expressing your concern, and my neurologist and I are in touch about sort of next steps, about all of what needs to happen in terms of treatment of my condition. So that's sort of where we are, and that's where Psalm 29 meets me today. But I commend this to you, and I encourage you to think about this, ponder, pray, and discuss it with others in your life. We close with prayer. You alone, O Lord, are worthy of praise and adoration. Your glory can be seen in the simplicity of a blade of grass and in the complexity of the universe. Meanwhile, your grace and love are revealed to us in the selflessness of Christ, in whose name we pray. Amen. Now, dear friends, I wish you all blessings and peace in your time of sheltering in place, in your time of recovery from COVID-19, until we meet again.